Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the virtual Talladega Superspeedway, Talladega, Alabama. We have a fantastic race event coming up for you here tonight. And a pretty cool deal indeed coming up here as we're going to bring up the timing and scoring info. It is the Scissors 77 now, not the 75. It's actually going to go 77 laps. Pretty neat benefit deal here for Blake Cisneros coming up tonight. Blake, one of the better karters down in the southeast who was pretty severely injured in an accident a ways back here. Basically hit head on in a kart and really banged his legs up pretty bad. So Blake's going to be out of action for a while here, and Clint Mills and some of the fine folks down south have decided to throw a benefit race together for Blake, and that's what we're going to do here tonight. The Scissors 77. How about this one, folks? If a full-time dirt kart racer wins this thing tonight, MC Motorsports out of Mooresville, North Carolina is going to put up $1,000 to win. If a non-full-time dirt karter wins it, they're going to pay $250 to win. And on top of that, whatever the payout is to the race winner tonight, they're going to make that same donation to Mr. Cisneros. Really, really cool stuff that we've got going on here. Want to thank everybody for supporting Blake Cisneros. And the message here from MC Motorsports says, can't wait to get him well and back on the racetrack, back in the seat. Hashtag 811, hashtag it's hammer time. Another pretty cool thing we have in terms of the prizes that are on offer here tonight. Chavis Racing Products is going to give the top finishing Chavis Racing Products customer a free kart body. So big thanks to Carson and the fellas up there for stepping up to help out with this one. We know Scissors reps those bodies up front on the regular, and top finishing customers got to provide a recent photo of the kart and that kind of stuff. The details over on Clint Mills' Facebook page, but you can see how to get that one. You got to pick it up at the shop or the racetrack. But yeah, so top finishing Chavis Racing Products customer going to get a free kart body here tonight as well. See if we can't get the comments pulled up here. With qualifications underway, top of the speed chart going to be Garrett Maines, currently at a 51.26, 51.26 seconds for the number one. Aaron Bowes in the 14, just finishing up his run as well, timing in at a 51.29. We'll pick up John Olivero in the 42 as he's going to finish up his qualification run as well. He's currently third quick at a 51.30. No quick time to the top of the speed charts, finishing up his run the 20 of Liam Brotherton. He's also going to time in at a 51.26. Several cars making their way up the speed charts here. 26 have taken time so far. Pick up the 85 of Hunter Heck as he makes his way through, looks like turns 3 and 4. Well, just like that, qualifications are done. Didn't get a chance to get the final lap in there, so we're going to grid everybody up here and be ready to roll for 77 laps of iRacing here at the Talladega Superspeedway. 2 sets of Goodyear Racing Eagles on offer for these drivers. They're going to get about 35 laps to a fuel run, so it'll be interesting to see here how the pit strategy develops over the course of the race. As the cars come out to the grid, let's get you the starting lineup for this one. Vicente Salas jumped to the top of the speed charts right at the last moment. 51.234 seconds, 51.234 for Vicente Salas out of California. Liam Brotherton going to line up on the outside of the front row. less, well, we'll call it this way, 28 1/1000ths of a second back. Row number 2 will have Garrett Maines out of the Virginias and Pennsylvania native Aaron Bowes. Row 3, the 541 of Jackson Crowder and the 42 of John Olivero. Row number 4, Ty Bass in the 16 and Austin Yarborough in the 51. Chubb Shockley in the 10 and Joseph Failer in the 00 will make up row number 5. Row 6 scheduled to be Dawn Valen out of the Midwest and Cody Porter out of Carolina. Row number 7, Dylan Wallace out of the Mid-South and Cole Johnson from the Carolinas. Row number 8, the 28 of John Kinder and the 25 of James Seawright. Matthew Robinson in the 17 and Ryan Joyner in the 18 will make up row number 9. Row 10 is going to be Josh Lambert and Blake Wynn. Garrett Pick and Wendell Chavis in row number 11. Row 12, Chase Williamson and Tom Washington. Row 13, Raymond Thies and Stephen Crouch. Row number 14, Colin Keister in the 8 and Colin Bowden in the 24. Timothy O'Connor and Matt Beeman going to make up row number 15. Row 16, Cody Griffin and Robert DeKemper. Row 17, Keaton Harrelson and Jamie Knopf. Row 18, Clint Mills and Jarrett Marlin. Row number 19, Corey Stansel and Hunter Heck. Daniel Armstrong and Stephen Broy in row number 20. 40 cars scheduled to take the green flag here. We'll get you the look up at the front of the field. There is your pole sitter. He's going to be the 14 on the racetrack, but the 23 in timing and scoring. That is Vicente Salas. Liam Brotherton in the 20 will line up to his outside. Full field of cars here making their way down the back straightaway. The lights are out on the iRacing safety truck. So getting ready to go racing here. We can see your comments. We'll get them pulled up here as well. On Facebook, Kevin Lewis checking in saying, get well soon, Blake Cisneros. Yeah, we share that sentiment as well. If you like what you're doing, you can support the National Racing Network on Patreon. Find us on patreon.com/National Racing Network. And as the field makes their way through turns 3 and 4 and gets ready to green, don't forget, thumbs up, ring the bell, like, subscribe, do the whole bit. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, all at National Racing Network. And we're also on Twitter at the NRNTV. Doing some live tweeting from the Tulsa Shootout features last night. We'll try to do that for some more events over the course of the season as well. Pink Magic Tire Prep going to bring you tonight's green flag field making their way through the tri-oval. And again, start-finish line way down by turn number 1. Get you the look from high overhead. Green flag's out. We are underway here in the Scissors 77. Salas and Brotherton going to lead the field side by side through turns 1 and 2. Talladega, you're waiting for the big one to happen. When is it going to come? A lot of cars hanging back towards the back of the pack. And around the halfway point, we'll give you the total fundraising so far on this one. Hopefully we can get a little help from the comments here on who our dirt regulars are as well. We want to make sure that we're giving them the proper shout-outs here because there's $1,000 on the line. If you're a regular dirt kart racer and you can win this thing, it's a $1,000 payday. Salas over Maines by less than a tenth. Top 12 or so cars breaking away from the rest of the field. Starting to look 3 wide towards the back of the pack. Or at least the back of that front group anyway. Pretty Davey Allison throwback colors back there. Lap 3 is 77. Clean and green so far. We'll see if the announcer's curse is going to end that one. One car starting to blink out just a little bit. That might be the 10 of Chubb Shockley. Oh, several cars getting loose off of turn number 2. They're going to spread them out. Going to be almost 4 wide on corner entry to turn 3. Just that little bit of action separates the lead pack out. Brotherton still leads, but Maines looks to the outside into turn 1. 51 of Austin Yarborough now coming to help on that middle lane. Checking in on the comments here as the battle continues at the front. Peter Petropoulos, hopefully I didn't totally butcher your name there. Karting is an incredible family. Yes, they are. Very cool to see this come together for Blake, and hopefully he's tuned in and enjoying the show. We'll see how much of this one's going to fit on the screener. Actually, I know it's not going to fit, so we'll read them off to you here. Crowder, Shockley, Pick, Seawright, Joyner, Crouch, Beeman, Williamson, Johnson, Bass, Wynn, DeKemper, Robinson, O'Connor, Armstrong, Knopf, Yarborough, Mills, all dirt kart racers. So we'll kind of keep our eye on that one. See if any of these guys are going to be up front as we get down towards the end of the battle. Heating up at the front of the field. It's still Brotherton out front, doing a fantastic job of blocking, but he may have to make a choice what lane he wants to cover. He's going to stay right in the middle. Here comes Jackson Crowder looking to the inside down the back straightaway. We got a new race leader, or at least just about. Crowder 4.3, 2/100ths of a second back of the race lead as their double file in the outside lane is formed up. Crowder had a ton of help about 3/4 of a lap ago, and it all disappeared down the back straightaway. Haven't seen anybody checking in yet on YouTube in the comments yet. Make sure you... Oh, big trouble off in turn 4. One car going around up towards the outside wall. Caution number 1 is out. Yellow flag on the racetrack. We'll see if we can get who that was. That was right up towards the front of the field. We'll take a look at the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay, see if we can see what happened here. That pink 39 getting turned up into the outside wall. It was a quick spin. We're actually not seeing anybody that crashed showing up on our timing and scoring. Well, we have one here. Daniel Vellen crashed. Actually, that's who went around. Several cars involved down the front straightaway. Puts us under the first caution flag of the race. That instant replay courtesy of our friends at Hot Shoe Racewear. You'll see some sponsor logos cycling up through the top right-hand corner of your screen. Make sure you give all those fine folks a like. Check them out on the social medias. So caution number one. This one's going to be interesting here. Who's going to take tires? Who's going to take fuel? They only get 2 sets. Field makes their way down the long pit area. We'll give you the look here right at the end of pit lane to see who's going to do what. First round of stops coming up here on lap number 9 for everybody at the front of the field. Not wholly unexpected to see pit stops this early, because based on the 77 lap runs here, 77 lap race distance I should say, just about everybody was going to have to make 2 stops. By not getting into the pits later on, not getting deep into the fuel run, and we can give you our pit stop times here for your top 8 drivers. Looks like a lot of 2 tire changes, possibly fuel only in this one. Salas in 6.4 seconds, 6.6 for Brotherton, Mains at 6.3, 7.4 for Crowder, 7.3 for Yarborough. Bose at 6.7, James Seawright 9.1 seconds on his pit stop. Pull this one up. Jackson Crowder saying, Caleb Hall, I need my spotter. Where you at? Man, this is not a place you want to be running without a spotter. You do have the in-game spotters, but having the ability to have a live human in your ear telling you what's going on can be really, really important here. You know, we'll send this one up here too. James Bryant Dean saying Mills needs to pick it up. Yeah, we'll give our buddy Clint Mills a little bit of a hard time here. Up to the top 10. Mills, the first car that did not come down pit lane, and actually Mills now going to stop this time by. Give you a look there, that is the 01 Stanley Security Products Toyota Camry. He's going to fall back down the list here. Making his way out of the pits now, but you'll actually see a lot of drivers do that in these plate races where they'll choose to pit, even though they're on the lead lap, they're going to pit the second time around. Basically, it guarantees you that you're going to head to the back of the field. Can potentially keep you out of some of the carnage. In fact, it would not surprise me at all to see some of these drivers shutting these cars off under caution. You see some of them running the inside lane on the racetrack. You want to burn off as little fuel as possible under caution because you're going to have to make the second stop. The less time you can be stationary, that's going to make a very, very big difference in your outcome this evening. Lights are out on the iRacing safety truck, so we're going to be heading back to Green Flag Racing here in just a moment. Get this comment up here before we go to green. Greg Wellen checking in saying, I thought there was a 100-lapper at Homestead. What's the schedule? This is the race for tonight. Basically, they ran a practice race. Sounds like either last night or the night before, and some of the drivers felt it might be a little bit more entertaining to run this one here at Talladega instead of at Homestead. And one more comment that we're going to put up here. Jared Jackson on YouTube saying, will Colin Bowden get the $20 bonus for having the best hair? We're not putting up that bonus tonight, but Jared, if you got some inside info on that one, sounds like you're putting up $20 for Colin Bowden, so thank you very much for that. Field off at turn number 4, getting ready to go back under green. Lap 11 of 77 on the board. Pace truck makes the hard left-hand turn. We are going to be going green. And again, we're at Talladega, so you got to get all the way through the tri-oval here before you'll see these cars get on the loud pedal. There it goes, green flag back in the air. Vicente Salas going to be your race leader down the front straightaway. Field going to get really spread out here. That will not last long for sure. Top 4 trying to get paired up and break away. Maines and Yarborough running 3rd and 4th. They're going to try the outside lane. They're going to have a head of steam off the corner. Trying to get past Liam Brotherton and Vicente Salas for the race lead side by side down the back straightaway. It was a 4-car battle, quickly became a 5-car dance at the front of the field, but here comes the 51 of Austin Yarborough, the 25 of James Seawright. And they're going to bring a whole bunch of company with them as well. The action going to absolutely get hot and heavy in this one here late. May have been a little bit of a strategy play here by some of these drivers electing to stop on the second caution flag lap. Just doing the quick math, a full 35 lap fuel run under green, gonna get you to lap 44. That leaves 33 laps remaining. If you're tight on your fuel window and you're not gonna get the full 35, that extra lap may prove to be very, very important late in the race here. As at the front of the field, Salas leading the one of Garrett Maines, who's in the outside row, leading Brotherton down to the inside. .541 of Jackson Crowder, 3rd car in line on the inside. The 51 of Austin Yarborough, 2nd in line on the outside. 13-car breakaway at the front of the field here for the race lead. Hope you enjoyed that chance to crank the audio a little bit. Enjoy the sounds of the Ford Mustangs, Toyotas, Camrys, I guess, Supers, and the Chevrolet Camaros. Lap 17 is 77 here at the Talladega Superspeedway. This is the Scissor 77 on the National Racing Network. Vicente Salas, that white number 14 machine on the inside of the racetrack. He's going to be the 23 on the timing and scoring board on the left-hand side. He's your race leader. But Garrett Main's right there as well. Second group of cars that have been here as well. They may start to catch your race leaders pretty quickly here if they can get them wound up on the inside. Pink 39 is Daniel Veland. Just behind Veland, 37, Natty White machine of Timothy O'Connor. Garrett Peck has to slide up out of the way just a little bit. Cody Griffin in the Wrangler number 3 colors. Oh, saw a little bit of smoke there. Not sure who that may have been from. We stay under green. This pack having a little bit of trouble getting full. Quite frankly, that may be by design a little bit. Trying to keep a gap out from the mess at the front of the field will pick up your race leaders. So they're going to be 3 wide through the tri-oval. Oh, almost some contact there. That was Crowder in the 54 and the 16 of Ty Bass. Get you the pit stop now. All your content, everybody's at lap number 9. And again, they should be able to go to about lap 44 before they will exhaust the fuel supplies. Only one car being scored out of the race. That is the 8 of Colin Keister. And actually, he did not start in this one. We'll do our best to give you a field rundown here. The 14, the white number 14 machine of Vicente Salas. He's been your race leader for most of the event here. Just behind Salas, the 24 of Colin Bowden. The Colin Keister driving school entry. His outside, the number 1 of Garrett Maines. Smithfield colors currently running in second. Now challenging for the race lead as they get into turn 1. Austin Yarborough to the outside of the black 51. And the 20 of Liam Brotherton. Brotherton, the early race leader on this one, losing 1 spot in the pit stops on lap number 9. So what do you think, folks? Let us know in the comments. Do you think we're going to get a full field run in here? These drivers seem to be playing fairly well with each other. Nothing too crazy anyway. That's the smoke we were seeing. One of the cars that was Shockley. That's Chubb Shockley. currently 1 lap down, having a little bit of a connection issue. That's what you'll see. And when the car blinks out and comes back into the server, you'll see a little bit of tire smoke as the car drops down onto the racetrack. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better now. Seeing some of the comments here saying they might not have been able to hear us. Field off at turn number 4, still side by side at the front of the field. How long is this going to go on for? Big move to the outside by the 1 of Garrett Maines. He's going to be your new race leader as they head down the back straightaway and into turn 3, starting to get a little squirrely. As the fuel and tires go off on these things, these cars can become a bit of a handful. Lap 26 on the board. Field heads down the Talladega Super Stretch. The Alabama Gang Super Stretch. So many great drivers from around this area. The Allison family, Neil Bonnet, Red Farmer. Red Farmer, who I believe is 847 years old, still driving late models out at the Talladega dirt track. Power move inside by Maines on the block. Big shuffle out for the 10. That's Liam Brotherton. He was your early race leader, and that second pack has now caught up to the race leaders. That's one of the things you really don't want to be too far behind when everybody decides to make the pit stop. That can be a big chance to make up some ground. Not quite into the window just yet, about another 15 laps or so. Taking a look at the comments here. Tanya Johnson Bellamy saying, go Yarborough. Nathan Brinker checking in as well, saying go Bowles and Failer. So get some shout outs in here for your favorites. Trouble on the racetrack, caution, flag number 2 on the speedway. One car hard into the outside wall in turns 3 and 4. Let's see, that may have been trouble for Matthew Robinson. Yeah, 4 cars involved heavily in turn 3. Pull up another angle of the incident here. Several cars going around. One of them was the 39 of Daniel Veland. Some of these cars may have already used the quick repair as well, so I know Veland was involved in the earlier incident. You really kind of can't miss that hot pink race car. Looking here, we see the 44 of Garrett Pick is pit side. Also the 55 of Stephen Bray. That car was able to pull in. I believe he's now taken the quick repair, and he'll head back out onto the racetrack. Well, maybe not. Yeah, that car looks pretty good there. See if we can't get a look at Garrett Pick here as well in the 44. Yeah, both of those drivers choosing to use the quick repair. So we'll swing around the other side of the racetrack and pick up the leaders. I think it's too early for the pit stop unless they're going to stretch this out into a 3-stop race. With the quick pit stop times the last time around, this may be a right side tire change with the teams only getting 2 sets. Yeah, this will not get everybody to the end of the race on this one. And this may now be a strategy call coming into play here as cars already coming off of the pit lane. And several cars electing to stay out on the racetrack. There is your new race leader, up 27 spots from the drop of the green flag, Colin Bowden. Actually, he did stop here on lap number 29. Car currently being scored in second, the 31 of Josh Lambert. He's the one driving the Davey Allison throwback colors. Beautiful paint scheme on that one. We're seeing him as last stopped on lap 10. However, he is coming out of the pit lane here, so that may just be a little bit of a goof up in the timing and scoring system. We'll show you the top 10 here. Yeah, there's a little bit of an issue with this timing and scoring on Lambert because we're only seeing him as having pitted twice, but obviously you see 3 colors there on his pit stop strategy. Gets you the stop times. 8.6 seconds for Bowden, 11.3 for Maines, 11.3 also for Salas, 8.8 for Porter, 11.4 seconds for Seawright, 14.9 for Austin Yarborough, 11.3 for Ty Bass, 9.1 seconds for Blake Wynn, and Jackson Crowder in for 15.5. So may have seen some 4-tire stops there as well. Now looks like the 31 of Josh Lambert's going to come in pit side. So yeah, Lambert doing kind of what he did last time around, stopping the following lap after everybody else. Still is only going to put Lambert to lap 65, and we're going to go 77 laps here. So everybody's going to have to make one more pit stop. We'll get you the manufacturer running order here. Chevrolet, Toyota, Ford, Toyota, your top 5. 4 blue ovals and a bow tie complete the top 10 as we are approaching the halfway point here in the Scissors 77. Oh, the comments. I don't know how the drivers are commenting in race, but Austin Yarborough is saying his pit crew out here looking like Kyle Busch's. Take that as, I believe that would be operator error here in the iRacing sim. Not much you can do beyond controlling what goes on and off the car under pits. But yeah, Yarborough running in the 6th position. Once again, want to remind everybody here of what the stakes are. If a full-time dirt racer wins this 77-lap race, it is going to pay $1,000 to win, courtesy of MC Motorsports out of Mooresville, North Carolina. A non-full-time dirt carter wins this race. It's going to pay $250 to win. Whichever wins, an equal matching donation will be made to Blake Cisneros, courtesy of MC Motorsports. So, fantastic stuff here. Let's see the dirt cart guys get up here, and let's put $1,000 in the pocket of Blake Cisneros. Also, Chavis Racing Products is going to give the top finishing Chavis Racing Products customer a free body. Big thanks to Carson and the fellas there for stepping up to help out with this one. Scissors repping those bodies up front all the time. Top finishing customers got to provide some information, but you can find that one on Clint Mill's Facebook page. Pace truck is in. We are getting ready to go back to green flag racing here at Talladega. A lot of cars running single file at the back of the field. They are staying out of the mess that is going to come at some point. Oh, green flag back underway. This comment coming in just a second ago, Austin Yarborough saying, my old lady always told me I was a good multitasker. Oh, that is fantastic. Good work, Mr. Yarborough. Maine's going to be your race leader off the corner. It's going to be a side-by-side battle down the back straightaway between Salas and Bowden for spot number 2. Big move to the inside by Salas. He's going to try to hold off the advance. It was the one of Maine's, but now he's going to slip back into the grip of Colin Bowden in the 24. Putting the mullet in the wind. New race leader Colin Bowden at the head of the field, and he's going to bring Austin Yarborough with him. Oh, man, big wiggle there. That may be a mess coming here. Wow, what a piece of driving. How did they not junk a ton of race cars there? That was a huge wiggle. I'm not sure if that was Austin Yarborough. Now we have an 8-car breakaway. A second pack of cars. You really have almost 4 distinct packs forming up here, plus everybody else tailing in behind them as we approach halfway. Salas holds on to the race lead. Maine's looking outside with Yarborough all over his back bumper. Pick up the gyrocam here on Austin Yarborough. We'll let you enjoy some of the sounds. Oh, trouble, one car going around. Big Big wiggle out of Bowden as well. Caution flag on the speedway. Huge crash. The big one has struck at Talladega. We'll get the replays up for you here. The Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Liam Brotherton involved in that one as well. Big hit for the 94 into the outside wall. Cars continue to pile in. We've got absolute carnage here on the racetrack. See if we can't go on board here with Garrett Pick. He saw it and got slowed down. Trying to grab a gear. So he may have been involved a little bit earlier in that incident. See if we can show you here what happened at the beginning of this one. Man, that wreck happened even before, way up here on the list. Let's see here. Get a little bit higher on the list. And one more look here, the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Several cars going around at the front. Yeah, that one was just an absolute mess. We'll go back to live action here as race leader Vicente Salas coming off pit road. Another set of pit stops, this time at lap 38. It's going to be the halfway point. 5 cars not coming in this time. We're actually seeing a total of 10 that did not make a pit stop, several having stopped on lap 37. Salas, Seawright, Kinder, Griffin, all those cars now making their way back out onto the racetrack. Yep, so we've got about 6 cars that haven't stopped yet. We'll run you through them real quick here. The 24 are Colin Bowden. Also the 16 of Ty Bass. 54 of Jackson Crowder. 29 of Matthew Robinson. And the 00, Joe Failer. All electing to stay out here. We'll see. These cars have all come in 1 lap later than everybody else. Now we may see some cars go into fuel conservation mode, and in fact, I would not be surprised to see these top 5 cars that have not pitted yet wait until the 1 to green to make their stop. Because even just a little bit of a stretch on fuel, that may be enough to get you to the finish here. Maxwell Anderson checking in saying, looks like something from Days of Thunder. Yeah, you're probably not too far off on that one there, bud. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Fantastic viewership numbers on this one. We really appreciate everybody who's spending some time with us here on a very chilly Sunday evening up here in southeast Pennsylvania. At least that's where the NRN World Broadcast headquarters is, the mothership, if you will. Yeah, Bowden, Bass, Crowder, Robinson, and Failer all staying out on the racetrack here. And lights are out on the pace truck, so they know that they're going to have to make one more stop anyway. Why make it with 38 to go if you're only going to get about 35 laps. Everybody has to stop again one more time. As caution number 3 going to come to a conclusion here as they head down the Alabama Gang super stretch. They'll head into turns 3 and 4. And then they'll get the green flag from Harold Kinder and Doyle Ford. So they get through the tri-oval. Jay Denton checking in saying, let's go Yarborough. Austin Yarborough currently running in the 22nd position. I want to remind everybody you can support the National Racing Network on Patreon at patreon.com/National Racing Network. And we're getting ready to go back to green here, but give us a thumbs up, ring the bell, like, subscribe, share the post up. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at National Racing Network. Also on Twitter at the NRN TV. Pace truck is off. Lap number 40 is going to go up on the scoreboard just past halfway. Bowden and Bass, Crowder, Robinson, Salas, Failer, Kinder, and Seawright will lead the field to green. And we're back underway. Couple of cars having some trouble at the back of the pack. Will stay up front. Bowden's going to hold on to the lead, but here comes Ty Bassett. He's going to have a whole lot of help on the outside lane. Liam Brotherton trying to make the high side work. Not getting a ton of help out there, though. Actually, it looks like that might be Austin Yarborough, the only car out there with Brotherton. The MR99 checking in saying, go Matthew Robinson on YouTube. Thank you very much for hanging out with us here this beautiful Sunday night. Bowden's still the race leader. 3 wide, 4 rows deep behind him. Brotherton going to move down now, pick up the inside lane off of turn number 2. That's going to be right about 6th place. Yarborough also going to fall in line. Going to try to get back to 2 wide racing here. And remember, these cars that were involved in the last crash, most of them had a fast repair. So they really could get back to the front of the field pretty quickly here, but no room for error is kind of the mantra on this one. Oh, big move by Liam Brotherton. Down off the outside lane, into the middle. Oh, big contact. Yarborough's around. Bass is involved. Big wreck going into turn 3. Caution flag is out again. Caution number 4 comes out on lap 43, and we've got a junkyard again. Pick this one up here. See if we can see what happened. It was up toward the front of the field right after Brotherton made the big move. Ty Bass involved in that one pretty heavily. Bass had moved up to about the 5th position. Oh, just a couple of cars bouncing off the wall. And then all hell breaks loose as they get into turn number 3. Tough break. A lot of these cars have now used their fast repairs. So as we go back to a live look, Liam Brotherton going to be your race leader. We're going to show these to you in order because they came in right about as everything went down. Brandon Garamy saying, another big one about to happen. And just a couple of seconds later, I called it. Yeah, well, yes, you did, Brandon. So now your leaders are all heading pit side. Pit lane is open, and this will get everybody to the end of the field to the end of the race, I should say, with just 33 laps remaining. Or at least it should get them to the end. Once everybody comes out of the pits, we'll get you the pit lane rundown here. Still out on the racetrack, the 31 of Josh Lambert. He's going to be your race leader. He has used the fast repair. In fact, I think he was involved in that last incident. Be kind of shocked to not see Lambert come in this time. Also, he's the 85 in timing and scoring, but the number 4, Kevin Hardovic, Budweiser colors of Hunter Heck. Heck, he's definitely banged up on the right rear of that machine. A little bit of damage possibly also on the left front as well. And the 10 of Chubb Shockley also electing not to pit. Shockley has had the connection issues throughout the race here, but his front end definitely banged up a little bit. Get you the pit stop times here. That is obviously an error. Maine's not stopping for 80.1 seconds, but 5.9 for Brotherton, 7.6 for Bowden, 6.1 for Lambert, 6.9 seconds for Jackson Crowder. And we'll get to the pit stop laps here. There you can see who stopped on lap 37 and who came in under the caution flag here on lap 44 as well. There we go. Kenny Buff checking into the comments saying the white 51 is C-right and Austin Yarborough is in the black 51. So there you go. That clears me up on that one. Thank you very much, Kenny. Garrett Main's now in pit side. Also John Kinder, Vicente Salas, Tom Washington, Jarrett Marlin, Cody Stansel, Cody Porter. So a bunch of cars coming in this time. And again, that's basically just going to put them to the back of the field. You're not really losing much here at Talladega making the pit stop that way. We may have gotten the one-to-go signal. We'll see if we can get a look at the iRacing safety truck. Pretty. Phoenix Designs, number 10. Out front for Colin Bowden. Or excuse me, that's Liam Brotherton in the 10. Colin Bowden's just to his outside in the 24. The reason for the discrepancy is that you can run the trading paints, and especially a custom number like the 10 of Brotherton, you're not necessarily going to get that number in the iRacing sim. So sometimes you'll get a mismatch, especially outside of league competition. Yeah, lights are out. We are doubled up and ready to go back to racing here. Brotherton going to be your race leader. Bowden going to restart to his outside in the 24. 541 of Jackson Crowder will restart third. There is that Budweiser number 4 of Hunter Heck, the 85 in timing and scoring. Josh Lambert in the Texaco Haviland, number 28. To his outside, the 14 of Aaron Bowes, the Pit 4 Bush Latte entry. Jump Shockley and Wendell Chavis will be to his outside. Chavis in the Armor Metals, number 94. Cody Griffin restarts 9th in the Wrangler, number 3. And on the outside, in the FSP 00, Joe Failer. Through the tri-oval, green flag back in the air. It's a good start for Brotherton. May have been a little bit too good. Bowden able to fall in line to the inside. Heck is going to get absolutely freight trained as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. We'll see how far back the 85 is going to fall. Between the damage and not coming up to speed, Hunter Heck is going to fall way to the back of the pack. Top 5, 6 cars, all single file through turns 3 and 4. The first car on the outside is going to be Wendell Chavis. Even Chavis is going to fall in line here, but now here comes Brotherton, and he's going to bring Lambert with him, trying to make the outside lane work. Don't look now. Here comes Clint Mills and Cody Griffin. Haven't talked a lot about either of those drivers today. That's one of the things we found calling some of the races during the shutdown earlier this season with these 5 folks is Clint Mills can be a very patient driver early on at these super speedways, but he's going to put himself up front when the time is there to get going. And pack number 2 forming up here. You can see him coming about 12 car lengths back of your front group. If they can stay single file, they will catch these guys in a very quick hurry. In fact, you saw it there off of turn 4. They cut that gap square in half. Brotherton made a peek to the outside on the 54 of Crowder. Chavis looking 3 wide off the corner. Let's give a shout out here to the 01 Stanley Security Products. Toyota Camry of Clint Mills. Clint putting this whole event together for Blake Cisneros tonight. And we told you we'd get it to you about halfway. How about this, folks? Already over $1,000 heading off to Blake Cisneros. Basically through entry fees and sponsorships of the race event tonight. Fantastic work, Mr. Clint Mills in the 01. Clint also one of the dirt racers who I would assume would be eligible for the $1,000 payday and $1,000 donation to Blake Cisneros should a full-time dirt carter win this one. Yes, you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. $1,000 on the line if a dirt cart regular can win this Scissor 77. Coming to you from the Talladega Superspeedway down the Alabama gang back straightaway. Super stretch is what they call it. Tom Driscoll checking in saying, let's go Bose. Aaron currently running in the second position. They're going to be 3 wide for the race lead in 1 and 2. Oh, what a block thrown to the inside. Take a look here. That may have been, yeah, that was Aaron Bose in the 14 with a huge move to the inside. Starting to get feisty here at the front of the field. These drivers hanging out towards the back may not be in the worst position here as we're down to 25 laps to go with the Scissor 77. And a lot of money on the line. One way or the other, the race winner is guaranteed to take home $250 courtesy of MC Motorsports. This plate racing at the front of the field. Brotherton back to the race lead. Bowden looking to the inside. Bose the push on the inside. Oh, that may have been Aaron Bose. A little bit of a connection issue there. The net code is about your worst nightmare in these races at Talladega. When basically contact happens, you don't even realize it. You can kind of lose your position on the racetrack. And it is all in how data is transferred from you to the iRacing servers and to everybody else on the racetrack. We're getting down to the end here one more time. Let's give you a chance to crank it up. catching lap traffic, and hopefully there's no Kevin LePage issues here trying to get around the lap cars. 31 able to hold it up against the outside lane. Actually may have bounced it off the wall there. Front of the pack through clean, and we're still 3 wide at the front of the field. Brotherton holds on to the race lead through the tri-oval. Going to be down to 20 laps remaining. Top 14 all within a half second. Top 17 within 1 second of the race lead. And we still have 32 cars on the lead lap. Everybody from Liam Brotherton all the way back down to Raymond Thies in 30 seconds still has a shot to win this thing. Second group of cars, 18th back to 22nd. John Kinder, Cole Johnson, Keaton Harrelson, Garrett Pick, Ryan Joyner, all about a second and a half back. But the action is outstanding here at the front of the field. See Robert Kreiser checking in. Outside lane trying to form up. That's Wendell Chavis and Clint Mills. Chavis and Mills really hooked up on the outside. Through 1 and 2. How about this one? Clint Mills to the race lead. Brotherton going to be right there as well. Crowder in the middle. Talked about him being a little quiet and a little sneaky on these plate races. Clint Mills to the front. He's trying to keep Wendell Chavis on his back bumper, but it may not mean anything. Jackson Crowder there. Oh, now big wiggle out of Crowder. That's going to force Mills up a lane. Top 2 not able to get away, but Mills now hung out to dry in the middle. He may get freight trained. Oh, what a big move out of Bowden in second. That car wiggling all over the place. Now here comes Chavis and Lambert on the outside lane. Some drivers don't like to run that high lane. Trying to throw a little bit of a side draft there by Chavis to slow everything up. He grabs the race lead on corner entry, but he may not have it. He may be as far back as 5th by the time they get off the corner. Oh, a couple of cars going around. Big crash out of turn 4 and into the straight. Caution flag is out. Caution number 5 on the racetrack with 17 laps to go. See if we can pick up who may have been in that one. Try this one on the Hot Shoe Racewear Instant Replay. Take a look at Robert DeKemper. He was able to get through that. Let's see here. This is picking up Ryan Joyner, the second group of cars to come through this. Ryan Joyner has been very, very quiet in this one, and something tells me that will not stay that way for very long. Let's see here, see if we can't pick up. Oh yeah, several cars involved. That's the white 51 of Seawright. Also, early race leader Vicente Salas was in that one. We'll go back to live coverage here and pick up race leader Colin Bowden at the front of the field. Now, this one, I just do not understand. Unless you think you're going to need fuel, does not make a whole lot of sense to come into pit road, at least right now anyway, but everybody on the lead lap all the way back, everybody on the lead lap now on pit lane. With 16 to go, let's get you the race off the pit lane. Liam Brotherton going to be the first car out. He's going to be followed by Colin Bowden, Jackson Crowder, Austin Yarborough, Garrett Maines, Robert DeKemper, Clint Mills, Aaron Bowes, Wendell Chavis, and Blake Wynn, your top 10 coming off the pit lane. Here stops on lap number 62. I am floored that nobody at the back of the pack didn't elect to stay out there. It must have been very, very tight on fuel. But the caution lap should have helped. So, Liam Brotherton going to be your race leader in the Phoenix Designs number 10. Colin Bowden will restart second in the Colin Keister Driving School number 24. 541 of Jackson Crowder. GTR Simulation number 54. You guys have been lighting up this name in the comments. We'll give it to Brandon Garmany. Austin Yarborough back in the mix. Austin Yarborough going to restart in the 4th position. Restarting in 5th will be the Smithfield number 1 colors of Garrett Maines. To his outside, the Chrome number 48 Ally entry of Robert DeKemper. The 01 of Clint Mills will restart in the 7th position. To his outside should be the 14 of Aaron Bowes. Here's the 9 of Blake Wynn and Wendell Chavis. Mills and Chavis put on a heck of a show coming way up the outside lane and basically doing it on their own. So keep an eye on those two if they can get hooked up. Cole Johnson in the 33 is going to restart in the 12th position. Josh Lambert will, in the number 28 Texaco Haviland entry, will restart. Let's see, looks like here about 14th or so. And don't want to miss anybody. The 00 Joe Thaler, 37 of Timothy O'Connor, and the 44 of Garrett Pick's going to be your top 15. Who's it going to be, folks? Let us know in the comments. Make your pick. Get while the getting's good. We're down to 14. It'll be 13 to go at the start-finish line. Once again, I want to thank Clint Mills Racing and Development Clint, fantastic work tonight putting this on and in the last couple of weeks getting this event put together. Also, Pink Magic Tire Prep, MC Motorsports, Chavis Racing Products. Pace Truck is in. Green flag back in the air. We are underway. It's a good restart for both cars on the front row. They about waited until the moment they went green to get on the loud pedal, and it shows everybody stacked up 2 by 2 through turns 1 and 2. Bowden and Brotherton lead the field into turns 3 and 4. Crowder and Yarborough are going to be side by side with them. Side by side, 3 now, 4 rows deep. Coming down to 12 laps to go. And it's about time for the patience to run out with $1,000 on the line if you're a dirt carter. $250 to the race winner if you're not a dirt carter. And again, you want to keep your eyes out here for Crowder, Shockley, Pick, Seawright, Joyner, Crouch, Beeman, Williamson, Johnson, Bass, Wynn, DeKemper. Oh, big wreck down the back straightaway. Huge crash. Caution is out with 12 to go. That one actually our last yellow flag. See if we can see what happened here. It's a little bit early here, but the accident happening down the back straightaway. John Kinder in the pit lane, Josh Lambert, Wendell Chavis, Raymond Thies, Tom Washington. Take a look, see if we can see what happened here. That was actually a lap ahead of where the yellow flag was. Things happen so quickly here at Talladega that we can kind of get lost in where we are here. Pick up, oh yeah, Ty Bass really had trouble off the corner. Several cars getting involved there. The Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Here's the wide shot. Chavis got into the back bumper of Bass, it looked like. Pick up Ty Bass here and see if we can see what happened. Yeah, he may have had some help there. Tell you what though, not too much damage on the 16. I think Ty Bass might be okay to continue this one on here as we get back to live coverage here at the front of the field. Bass, Johnson, Shockley, Williamson, Stansel, and Armstrong all pit side. Also John Kinder and Hunter Heck. Heck has been pit side for about 20 minutes now, so not involved in this incident, but well, let's run through the names again. We'll see how this is going to come up on screen here. There's just some of the names, and then we'll pick up the rest with Knopf, Yarborough, and Mills. That's also some of the names that you're looking for here. Thank you very much, Caleb Hall, for providing us that information earlier tonight. I don't doubt this one, Brandon Knox. The front of the field is about to go wild. Yes, they are. We're going to be inside of 10 laps to go when we get the green flag, and there's $1,000 on the line for one of these dirt kart racers. And again, that was not an exhaustive list that we gave you either. That's not only the drivers eligible for the 1,000, but yeah, there's a lot of money on the line for this one. We can take all the information on fuel, tires, and everything else and throw it out the window, with the exception of if somebody ran out of tires. That is a potential because they only had 2 sets to work with. Austin Wyatt checking in saying Bowden for the win. Brandon Garmany saying Austin Yarborough is going to be his pick for the race win tonight. Yarborough now running in the 4th position. A couple hundred people watching the broadcast here tonight. Thank you very much for hanging out with us here on this Sunday night. Want to also make sure we get in our thank yous here to everybody who sent stars in tonight on Facebook. That does help us over the course of the calendar year, getting a little bit of extra funding here for the National Racing Network. Thank you very much, Maxwell Anderson. Also, Tate Vermillion, Caitlin Benge, Shauna Bandock. Thank you, everybody who helped support us here tonight. We really appreciate you and everything you do to help benefit the National Racing Network as well. Caden Richardson checking in, saying, my man Garrett Main's about to win this. Carrie Rivers saying Clint Mills for the win. Let's get this one up here too. Robert Kreiser saying the 10's going to pick this one up. So there you go, folks. Tell us who you think it's going to be in the comments. This one's going to be fun here as we are down to 9 laps to go. We said this a little bit earlier in the night, but Jordan Gibson Davis saying Clint Mills is a sleeper, just buying time. I tend to agree with you on that one. Austin Yarborough already getting a little antsy on the outside. He's going to want Kemper to come with him too. Green flag back out. We're underway. Not a great start for Brotherton. Bowden and Yarborough going to move towards the front of the field. Couple of cars, big wiggle. One car going around towards the back of the pack. That may bring out another caution. We'll see. Yes, it does. 7th caution with 8 laps remaining. And let's see here. We got to get back down and find the incident. Let's see. Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to have a replay on this one. Sorry about that, folks. But yeah, we saw the 31, I think it was a 31, the Natty light. Okay, Robert Kreiser saying, meant to say the 20. Okay, and let's add a couple of more in here. This one would not surprise me either. Chase Williams saying, wouldn't be surprised if Joyner came back to win it. Yeah, that one, that would not be a surprise at all. Matt Clifton checking in saying, I'm going to say at least 3 more cautions. Everybody in the comments, we'll put that as the over. 3 is the number of cautions before we finish this thing. Let us know if you're going to take the over or the under. Not a chance you're getting odds out of us, though. Chat Quick saying, Austin Yarborough, Youngblood getting her done. Cullen Roberts checking in here as well, saying Maine's 2 to front. And Emma Holmes checking in, saying Crowder going to pull this one off. So we'll see here. A lot of familiar names. We've seen a lot in the comments so far here. We may have guys trying to junk stuff back in the pack here still. Widen the camera out a little bit. Looks like everybody up front's fairly clean right now. Yeah, Jordan Gibson Davis taking the over, definitely. Yeah, I tend to agree with you there. Robert Kreiser, the betting man here, saying he's going to take the under. We've seen it before where these guys, just when you think they're going to get completely out of hand, they turn around and they're going to put together a very clean final 5 laps to this thing. And we're going to end up with some absolutely wild racing. But at this point, nobody going to be coming pit side. All that work is done. Last pit stops on either lap 62 or lap 67, and that was at our last 2 cautions. And I believe they'll get the 1 to go signal this time by. Just about ready to pass, right on the entrance to turn 3. Stand where Mike Bagley calls the Talladega Super Stretch for the Motor Racing Network. I don't remember who they had in turn 3 this year. For a long time it was Kyle Rickey. I gotta say, Alan Letterman, thank you very much. Greg Baines as well. See if we can't get the comments to update just a little bit quicker here. Wonder who has the best Vegas odds. Who's the gambler in the group here? I would say Austin Yarborough. It has been known to take a gamble on the racetrack. That is for sure. Also, Jonathan Addington, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Not totally sure how that one's going to come up. Yeah, that one just shows up as blank. But thank you very much for the support, Jonathan. We appreciate it. Getting ready to go back to green here with 5 laps to go. Field is doubled up. Oh, the comments, the throwbacks to earlier in the broadcast. Jared Jackson, Colin Bowden winning $1,020. Yes, sir. Let the mullet fly out front. That's pretty impressive when you can do a callback to your own comment an hour and a half into the broadcast. Well done. Thank you, sir. Yarborough and Bowden going to be your front row. DeKemper and Brotherton on row 2. Crowder and Mills in row 3. Maines and Failer row 4. Bose and Beeman making up the front row. How about these hard chargers? Colin Bowden up 27 spots. Robert DeKemper up 29. Clint Mills up 29. Matthew Beeman up 19. 4 cars inside the top 10 that started way deep in the field here. Thank you very much, Chase Williams. We appreciate you. 29 cars still on the lead lap. Down to 5 to go. The over is 3. How many more cautions are we going to get? Early move by Yarborough down to the inside to tuck in behind Bowden. Green flag back in the air. Brotherton all over the back bumper of Yarborough. DeKemper going to be hung up high to the outside. He's going to let Jackson Crowder inside. Oh, big wiggle out of Yarborough. How did he save that? What a piece of driving. He's going to be stuck outside, though. Brotherton going to move up the racetrack. You want Austin Yarborough helping you to the front. Oh, another big shot. Brotherton on the inside. He picks up Crowder. Everybody slides up the racetrack. We stay green. 4 to go. Slicing and dicing through the field. Couple of cars making big moves. Oh, how did Brotherton save that? Big spin to the inside. Couple of cars going around. That may bring out a caution flag. We'll see. Oh, the race leaders are banging off each other. Caution is going to fly now with 3 to go. Whoa. That was a lot going on before the caution. Holy cow. As this is shaking out, as we see it on timing and scoring, there's Jackson Crowder, your race leader. Clint Mills in the 01 is going to run second. Liam Brotherton in the 10 is currently running third. Looks like a little bit of front left damage on the 10. Take a look here and see if we can see what actually brought out the caution flag here on the Hot Shoe Raceway Instant Replay. Those 2 cars spinning to the infield didn't do it. It was Yarborough and Bowden getting together on the front stretch. Austin Yarborough got up into the outside wall pretty hard, but he should still have a quick repair available. See if we can't. We'll pull it up again here from another angle. Yeah, that started with the caution was for Yarborough going around on the front straightaway. Basically in front of the whole field. I don't know how everybody didn't wreck behind him. We have seen some absolutely phenomenal driving here tonight. So we'll go back to live coverage here and give you an idea. James Seawright currently in the pits. Timothy O'Connor, Jamie Knopf also in the pits. Raymond Thies and Chubb Shockley also pit side. John Kinder still pit side as well after a long stop for that car. So that should be your race leader, Jackson Crowder. There's Clint Mills running in second. And I'm fairly certain we're going to get a green-white checkered finish here. Now it looks like your top 3 are going to basically check up and stop on the front straightaway. because they've got to let the pace car catch back up. They were trying to catch the pace car, but then you would have had a very ugly scenario of people needing wave arounds and that kind of stuff. So we're not under the red, but it's good enough for government work. The 8 caution flag is out. There's Clint Mills and Aaron Bowes. That's your top 3. Now we got to go all the way down the back straightaway to find Colin Bowden, who is behind the pace truck. And basically, because of where the yellow flag came out, you basically have to have the top 3 cars just stop on the front straightaway here. Checking back in with the comments here. Lindsay Woods, thank you very much. That was very generous of you. We appreciate you. Bob Lansing, thank you very much as well. Pick up another comment here. This one from Chase Williams saying, Joyner from 11th to 8th. He's going to win it. That, like I said, that would not surprise me one bit. Jason Vouse checking in, saying, let's go Mills in the 01. Now, as your first couple of cars are now going to start to roll out here. It's going to be really interesting to see where iRacing slots everybody in line here. Because it's basically based on where you were when the caution flag flew. Jake McAllister checking in, saying Matthew Beeman on fire. He's going to win it. Beeman currently running in the either 5th or 6th position. Chance Burke saying Bowden got this one, no doubt. Jarrett Marlin also checking in. And we are currently on lap 76, and you'll see there's 3 to go. It is time for green, white, checkered action here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Caution number 2, Robert Kreiser, the only one with the under. You better hope they get it done here. Bowden and Yarborough up front. I don't know how Yarborough gets back to the front of the field, but Austin Yarborough is going to start at the front here. Jackson Crowder and Liam Brotherton looks like are going to make up row number 2. Intrigue in this one. I have no idea how iRacing timing and scoring got this one worked out. Because I was fairly certain that both Bowden and Yarborough were involved in the caution, which would have at least forced them to the back of the lead lap cars. But we'll see. Attempt number 1 at the green-white checker. Bowden and Yarborough on the front row. Crowder and Brotherton, row 2. Beeman and Mills, row 3. Joyner and Bowes, row 4. DeKemper and Failer, row 5. Row 6, Pick and Win. Marlin and Harrelson, 7. Johnson and Maines, row 8. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. Crowder all over the back bumper of Bowden, and Austin Yarborough's got no help on the outside of the racetrack. Able to slot in line in the 3rd position. Bowden and Crowder want to try to run away and hide with this thing, but it's just not going to work. Here comes Clint Mills trying to make the outside lane work. Yarborough's going to slide up in front of Mills down the super stretch. Now we got 3 cars. Oh, 1 car hard into the outside wall. We'll see if that brings out a caution. Yes, it does. Crash at the back of the field brings out the yellow flag. Caution number 9, and we still have 3 laps to go. We're going to get another attempt at a green-white checkered finish. Trouble for Joseph Thaler. Here's the Hot Shoe Raceware instant replay. Oh, he got tagged and hard into the outside wall. Several other cars going to be involved with that one as well. They're going to wad him up a little bit further into the corner. See what happened here to Cody Griffin. Griffin just showed his off track. Oh, yeah, he got a piece of the action too. So several cars involved. Here's a look at what happened to Garrett Pick in the 44. He got kind of turned around. He bounced it off the outside wall. Tore the front end off of that machine. Jarrett Marlin involved in that one. Cody Griffin as well. So we still have 3 to go. Checking out the comments, Chris Harris saying the giraffe for the win. Oh, we'll take that one. Now that the losing bet's in, I guess it was giving them the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. It's good to take the underdog sometimes. A. Joseph Strickland checking in saying, how is AY still up front? I can tell you I have absolutely no idea. Yarborough now running in the 6th position is where he's being scored. Yeah, there you go. I guess there's the answer to the question. Maxwell Anderson saying the caution was already out when their accident happened. So I guess that, well, we kind of have to go back in time here a little bit, but the caution was not for Yarborough and Bowden. It was for the cars spinning through the infield. That's where the field locks. So if he didn't cause the caution, basically their accident happened after. Yeah, here you go. We'll get Kenny Buff up here saying, watch the replay. Caution was out as Yarborough was starting to spin. The caution was for something else. So that kind of answers that question. Had me a little confused as well because we didn't see it right away for the cars spinning to the infield. Jake McAllister. Matthew Beeman, 33rd to 4th. Godspeed. How about this one? Colin Bowden, your race leader, is actually the, well, no, he's not the hard charger. Clint Mills is your hard charger. He's up 28 spots. Colin Bowden is up 27. 25 for Beeman, 23 for Robert DeKemper, 26 for Daniel Armstrong, who runs in position number 13. Let's get you a shout out on some of these cars. There's Armstrong in the 96. He's up 26 spots. Keaton Harrelson, 1 spot back of him, up 19 from where he started. Corey Stansel in the 18th position is up 19 spots. There's DeKemper in the Lowe's colors. Clint Mills, Matthew Beeman up 25, but your race leader is your hard charger. How about that one? Colin Bowden up 27 spots. What a fantastic night of racing here. Travis Locklear, thank you very much for your support. We appreciate it, bud. Bob Lansing as well. How many attempts for a green-white checkered was asked in the comments? I have to tell you, I have honestly no idea. I would assume 3. That's typically what they do for these races. We are on attempt number 2 and I think caution flag number 4 or 5 since Mr. Kreiser took the under. Jonathan Addington saying, I got to get up early. Come on, AY, get that W. Hubber Allen checking in saying, I think his car, meaning Austin Yarbrough, is damaged now when he hit the wall. Yeah, probably. And at this point, I think everybody has used their fast repair. And if you haven't used it, you're not going to use it anyway this late in the race. Not a chance you're giving up the track position. So Bowden and Crowd are going to be row number 1. Brotherton and Beeman in row 2. That 5 machine is very clean looking right now. See if we can't give you a quick look here. There's the 5 of Matt Beeman. That car is pristine to this point. Oh, a big shot in the back bumper. Yeah, we're already racing here. This one may be it. We'll see how that restart's going to stand, but Bowden and Brotherton are going to try to check out at the front of the field. Joyner and Crowder are right there. If you had Ryan Joyner on your bingo card, cover that chip up. Here he comes. Big block to the inside. Joyner down below the double yellow line. He's up to third, gets into the back of Bowden. Oh, they're going to wreck at the front of the field. Bowden holds on to the lead, and carnage down the back straightaway. 10th caution is out. And this one may be it, because it looks like we haven't seen it. We'll have to see them cross the line here yet, but waiting to see who is going to win this thing. And there it is. This is the final lap. Colin Bowden in the Colin Keister Driving School entry is going to win this race. Yeah, checking the comments. Maxwell Anderson, what a terrible start. I agree with that one, bud. Ryan Joyner is going to be your second place finisher in this one, as this race will end under caution after the 3rd attempt at a green-white checker. DeKemper will come home in the 3rd position. 4th is going to be Matthew Beeman in the BC Workshop GTR simulators, number 5. And Ty Bass, who was everywhere and nowhere at the same time in this race, gains exactly 2 positions to finish in 5th. We didn't get to talk about him much, but it's a good run for Ty Bass. Blake Wynn's going to come home in 6th. Looks like 7th should be Keaton Harrelson. But we'll pick up your soon-to-be race winner. And there it is. Checkered flag is out at the start-finish line. For your race winner, Colin Bowden, picking up the big W in the Scissors 77. The information we have here is if it's a full-time dirt kart racer, it was $1,000 to win. I will say that probably, for Mr. Bowden, may have made him $1,000 richer here. Oh, let's see who we got here. Okay. We will have to, Mr. Clint Mills, I know you can hear me. Give me 1 second here. If you could mute yourself, I got to bring you into the broadcast. All right. Clint Mills, you put on a heck of a show here, brother. Thank you very much for everything you're doing here to help out Blake Cisneros. All in all, this is a fun night, man.
Man, that was an intense, hardcore racing, but it always ends up like that at the end. It's always get to super anxious, and you just start going and wrecking, and half the time if you're 10th on back at the end with green white checkers, it's just not going to end well for you. You're mostly lucky in the top 4, but heck, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Colin Bowden, I think, pretty sure he's going to get $1,000 from Mr. Connell on that. But overall, I thought it was an awesome. Mr. Blake got almost $1,000 in donations, so Blake came out on top, and I hope he gets well and hopes he can get to racing here soon. I know he's got a long road ahead of him, but he's a strong young man, and he'll pull through it.
Yeah, that's one of the neat things here is that, we saw everybody doing donuts and burnouts on the front stretch. This was supposed to be a fun event, and all in all, the racing was really good. Little bit of, we'll say, hijinks or chicanery there on the last restart, but what do you expect? You got $1,000 on the line. What's iRacing going to let you get away with?
Yeah, well, iRacing's got their own set of rules, and it's a little different from the go-karter, so we can't really control all of that. There was no passing below the yellow line, but iRacing lets you do it. So we put that rule in effect, and just in between the lines and the rule in effect, the leader's got the option to go when he wants to go in between the box, and everybody's just on their toes. Nobody was taking tires, and everybody was wheel spinning, and everybody was tore up. Everybody done used for fast repairs. But it was fun. It was like I said, it was fun. It's for a good cause for Mr. Blake, and I enjoyed putting it on. And might have to start doing a few more. I know Talladega, everybody's got a chance. We were supposed to have it at Homestead, but them pros come in here and they take over, and we ain't got a shot. So Talladega makes it pretty even, and that's why we do there in Daytona. But hopefully we can do it again soon, and we might do another one for Blake here next week on Sunday as well, just to keep doing something.
Yeah, these have been fun. We got to call a bunch of races with you guys back in the early spring when everything was shut down, and I'll tell you what, man, you guys put on a heck of a show. It is a blast having your kart guys here on the National Racing Network, and we look forward to doing this one again soon.
Heck yeah, we'll definitely make it happen, and I want to say good job to all the competitors that did donate. There was a $20 entry fee minimum that went to Blake, and some people donated $50 and $100 and $60 and $20, and I just appreciate everybody doing that. And like I said, it was Jamie Knopf's idea. Jamie's the one that messaged me and said, "Hey, you're good at that stuff." The promoter side said, "Well, let's have a race for Blake." So then I called you, and we made something happen there. So like I said, appreciate Matt Connell as well stepping up at the last minute, giving $1,000 to a karter if he can win, and $250 to a non-karter. But I'm sure Connell would watch that and was tickled.
Yeah, this one has been a blast, and I tell you what, Clint, hope you and your whole family down south there stay safe, healthy, and hopefully we're able to get down there and see you guys soon too.
Yes, sir. If you think that's exciting, you should come to a go-kart race. You ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, that's it. We call some of the stuff up here, and yeah, you guys know how to put on a show for sure. So thank you very much for having us out, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Clint Mills, the promoter of tonight's event. And yeah, like we said, this one was fantastic. We had a whole lot of fun with this one. Don't go anywhere, because coming up on Wednesday night, we've got the Quarter Midget iRacing Club coming up. That's actually Quarter Midget kids on the dirt. Wednesday night, it's also a double-header night, Snydersville Raceway and the Wide Open Wednesday Series. Thursday night, it's the premiere of the High Side Hustle. Bert Wojcik and Adam Rubright will be handling the hosting duties for that one, and we'll see if we can't get you this thing, little promo in here for this one real quick, and that's how we will wrap things up for this evening. So for everybody here at the National Racing Network and everybody down there down south. Clint Mills and his whole team, thank you very much for joining us, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.